Good evening to our Masonic Homes family, our residents in Covina, our residents in Union City, our clients and our staff of MOS and MCYF, and to all of our team members wherever you might be this evening. Well, I hope you are having a wonderful Friday. Well, for those of you who got my call today, you know that we had a resident in Acacia Creek up in Union City that has tested positive. Fortunately, he is not showing any signs or symptoms, which means he's asymptomatic. He was, however, hospitalized for an unrelated condition. While he was at the hospital, he was tested for COVID-19, which is their process, and they discovered that he was positive for COVID-19. Now, we have, of course, done contact tracing, and all of the residents and staff at Acacia Creek who may have been exposed have now been tested, and we are awaiting their test results. We will continue to test all of the residents of Acacia Creek next week, and those that were potentially exposed who have been tested today will remain in quarantine until the test results have come back. Now, in the meantime, we have asked that the residents of Acacia Creek refrain from using the part of the campus of the Masonic homes, so that way we reduce any chance whatsoever that any of the residents at the Masonic homes may come in contact with any residents of Acacia Creek until we have the test results back. So, now to give you a wrap up of where we are, we have completed 2,279 tests. 2,079 have come back as negative. 189 tests are currently pending. Now, since the very beginning of this pandemic, only 9 of our staff members have tested positive. 7 of those, of course, have already cleared and can come back to work. However, we still have 2 of our staff members who are considered in the active phase. Now, one of them has never had any symptoms, which we call asymptomatic, of course. Unfortunately, one of our staff members has been hospitalized now. We ask you to keep all of our staff members and all of our residents in your prayers, especially those that are dealing with this horrible virus now. The virus, unfortunately, is not letting up. We're continuing to see spikes across the country, and here in California, although hopefully we're seeing somewhat of a downward trend, we have such a long way to go. But we have much to be thankful for at the Masonic homes. But it hasn't been without its price. Not being able to see your loved ones, or continuing to be isolated, not having a hairdresser, or not having a dining room, or not having the ability to attend gatherings or shows or group outings. These are incredibly difficult times. And I can tell you that things are going to get better, but they're probably not going to be much better before the end of the year. I do believe that we will see a vaccine, and I think we will see a vaccine in the early stages of 2021, which means we've probably made it halfway already. That makes me feel a little bit better. I always feel better knowing that I'm halfway there. So I urge you not to lose hope. You've all done incredibly well under these very trying circumstances. I understand that. I understand the sacrifices you've made and the suffering that you've gone through to get here. I have had some really good conversations with some of our residents in Union City and Covina, and I've also been able to talk to some of the family members. I know we need to find some solutions quickly for the ongoing safe-at-home restrictions. And we're also working with our counties and with our state to ease up on some of the restrictions so that we can do more. Next week, I urge you to attend the open forum that we're scheduling for all of our residents so you could ask questions, so you could hear our thoughts and we can hear your thoughts on what the creative solutions are that we might be able to implement on our campus. We're going to continue to work with our counties. We're going to continue to work with the state to do things like have our hair salon back, even if it's going to be outside. So I want you to please join us for this event. It will be televised, and for those of you that have access to computers or tablets, we'll also have a Zoom meeting available. So I do also want to thank you for your ongoing comments and critiques. You know, I appreciate the good and the bad. Hopefully, I learn from the bad, but I so appreciate the good as well. I've been asked to comment on a couple of construction items. One is Pad B memory care, and I will tell you it's moving right along. The anticipated date of completion is still late summer of 2021. And I really thank you for putting up with the construction noise, the construction dust, and the debris. It'll be all worth it in the end. As for Adams and Wallenberg, we're still scheduled for work to begin. Nothing has changed in terms of the scheduling dates on that. We should be seeing some construction actually starting pretty soon. And I did hear that there was some watering needed, and we will certainly take care of that over at Adams. I know that some of our residents are missing these broadcasts. I heard that today. So we're going to begin repeating them more often for you so that you actually have more opportunities to see me. Of course, it'll be a rerun, of course, but that's okay. You know, I understand that reruns are pretty good sometimes. But I do want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for your patience. You know, this is new territory for us. None of us have ever experienced anything like this, and none of us ever anticipated having to experience anything like this. You know, we can't always be perfect. We'd like to be. I'd certainly like to be perfect, but you know what? I'm not. We try things. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. But I will tell you that each and every one of our staff members has our residents, our clients' best interests at heart. And we're here to serve you. And we'll do whatever we can do and whatever is possible to keep you safe. So, thank our staff members if you get a chance. They're working incredibly hard, and it is incredibly difficult for them. So that's all the news I have for today. So remember what I say. Stay home, stop the spread, and let's really save some lives. That means wear that mask, keep your distance, and wash your hands. So God bless to you and your family, and good night.